Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we all doing? Hello, Krask. Just going to pull this over. How's it looking on stream? That'll do. Right, you'll have to let me know if the music's coming through, okay? See if I found some, like, royalty-free drum and bass, so we'll see how this works out. Hello, Krask. Hello, Saurianbot. Hello, Skinny Devil Lord. Hello, LT Grizz. Goodbye, LT Grizz. Hello, Hector. Why did you go into a blocking spree on Twitter? Asked Hector Lutz. Oh, Luz. Well, we're just coming right out the gate, aren't we, with the questions? Basically, I just had enough of this, like, small group of people on Twitter who, mainly young kids, like 20-somethings, who didn't argue in sort of good faith, would say that I'm a climate change denier, even though I've explicitly stated that I believe the climate is changing. And I just couldn't be bothered with all the noise, so I got rid of, like 10 accounts, and it's all quiet now. So there you go. There's your answer. So basically, I'm going to be starting today by mixing up this background. Firstly, I need to get rid of the shadow between these. Blocking was necessary. Yeah, it was. I don't like blocking people, but I just had enough of all their whining and their whinging. I'm up for a good debate. You all know I'm up for a good debate, but they weren't up for a good debate. And you know, they're young, they say a lot of things. And yeah, I just sort of had enough. You know what, actually, do I have the top of this pyramid in a different file? Let's have a little looky-see. No, not there. Maybe I'll just have to, like, get rid of this by hand. Oh, you know what, actually? Let's cheat a little bit. Hello, Gary. He says, hey, I'm making dinner, and yeah, that's why I don't do Twitter. Hey, Twitter is fun, but it got too distracting too. I was like, you know, I'm getting sucked into these sort of stupid-ass debates. And really, all I want to do is have fun on there. So, blocking was necessary. Saurianbot says, was watching Dominion before the stream started to pass time. That's funny, because I watched Dominion, the theatrical cut, earlier today. Had it on in the background while I was doing some work. And I did see a comment up here, just made me laugh before the stream started. LT Grizz says, I got a constipation ad before this. Big Shark says, welcome everyone, just stopping by for a second, then I'm off. See, he had to poke his little nose in, didn't he? Hello, Shamaker Man. Good evening. Now, I was actually planning on doing a read-along on this stream of my old Jurassic Park 4 script that I wrote when I was a teenager. But I couldn't open it up in Photoshop. I wanted to do it like as I was painting, like flick between a page, read it, then come back. And then I thought, you know what, that's going to be so much hassle. So I'm going to save that for a video. I want to read my old Jurassic Park 4 script I wrote for a video and sort of go through it and explain my ideas for where I saw Jurassic Park 4 going. I might actually save that for like Jurassic June, because it makes more sense to save that kind of Jurassic content, because it's kind of like celebrating the past in a way. Is the Megaraptor or widowed Megalosaurus coming over to this area? I'll show ya. Oh, what did I accidentally open? No, don't open that. I don't want that frame. Double clicked too quick. I want this one. This will answer your question. Yeah, it's the Megaraptor and Drapanosaurus over there. The little Drapanosaurus see the Megaraptor coming and they go into like attack mode. See you later, Big Shark. Thanks for popping by. Hello, Mikey. How you doing? No, I'm actually going to utilise this bit of green that I've got on there. This will be slightly blurred anyway, so I'm not too fussed about exactly how the ground looks here. When Big Shark said irrigation stuff, I thought he meant something revealed in episode 2 about the reservoir river, says Gary. Oh, you mean from Dino-Defenders, the dam. You know what, I actually want it over here. Jurassic Horror 2003 says, are you excited for Ark, the animated series? No. Only because I'm not really a fan of Ark, so... Not that I have really anything against it, I'm just not into it. So everybody says, what's the Pyroraptor scene on Dominion before the stream? Saw the dam and was like, hey, it's the dam from Dino-Defenders. Yeah, they could have used that dam in the film to a very interesting story point, but they didn't do it. Jurassic Horror says, what's your favourite Pirates of the Caribbean movies? I like 1, 2, 3, and I really liked 4 when I saw it at the cinema back in the day, but I can't really remember much of it. I think number 1's my favourite, but it's been a while since I've watched those actually. Oops. Let me lock that layer. Hello, Dynaman Zool. How you doing? Right, that's better. I've already forgot what I was doing. So it goes in, around, and then out that way a little bit. So it goes in, around, and then out there. Twisty Slap says hello. And the British Frog, hello, how are you lot doing today? We're all good, all good. Although I am a bit tired, my daughter woke me up at 5 AM. So I had a bit of a rough morning. I wouldn't change it for the world. the progress with the painting?" asked the British Frog. Well, let's have a look. Let me open up the folder. I am about 73 frames in, and I'm still nowhere near finished. So this episode is going to take a very long time to finish, but I will get there eventually. The thing is, right, so when I was doing episodes 1 and 2, obviously, and 3 for the most part, obviously I wasn't a dad at that point. Episode 3 came along and I worked on that, and then my daughter was born around the time I was finishing episode 3 and getting into episode 4. And then when I was working on episode 4, my daughter was just a baby, so it didn't really require, she required some attention. But now she's like a toddler, or going into like being a small child, because she turns 3 in July. I've got nursery runs, I've got dad stuff, so I can just really only do this when I have time, and I've got work obviously, so that pushes this back. But we will get there. This shot I'm working on right now is going to be quite an epic shot. There's going to be a lot of animation in this scene. It'll only be like a few seconds long, but there's going to be quite a bit of animation required in this moment. Yeah. If you want a family, you have to know that that's what comes with the territory, because you basically, when you have a kid, you are giving up all sense of, I don't know, what you desire in life, and you're responsible for another human being, developing them and bringing them up in the world. And I can't begin to describe the sense of relief that you're not actually, or at least I felt this, that you're not actually responsible. Well, not that you're not responsible, but you're not as inclined to care as much as you did about your own sort of aspirations in life. That's the best way I can put it. Like, the feeling I get for wanting to look after my daughter and care for her and raise her vastly outweighs any feeling I've ever had for like wanting to do this or achieve dreams or anything like that. It's not about that. The dream is to have a kid, and you get a different perspective on life, which is way more enriching and way more awesome than anything that could be done, that you could get from creating a dinosaur animation. Because you're actually fostering like an actual life into the world, a human life, who's you, who's half you, should I say. And you, like, I look into my daughter's eyes and I can see myself in a weird way staring back at me, and you go, okay, how would I want to be treated at that age? You know that whole like saying, treat others how you would like to be treated? That is Never more prevalent than when you have a kid. It's just awesome. I can't begin to describe how awesome it is. But that does mean things like this. It doesn't mean you solely lose, what I'm saying doesn't mean you solely lose track of like your dreams and what you want to do. There is a balance that you can find, and if you work hard you can achieve both. You can have your cake and eat it. But you realise your priorities change, so they become your priority. Oh, you know what, I want some bushes. That's what I want. Dino-Man's also says, indeed it sounds hard to live through, but if you desire to be a parent, then you just feel like you have to become the shield to your offspring. Yeah, and what was I going to say? I was about to say something, I've just completely forgot. Bear with me. The tiredness is kicking in. And like, something you don't realise that you come to really respect when it comes to being a parent and looking at other parents, you realise that, or something you don't realise when you're a kid, or at least I didn't, or I didn't appreciate it. And you know this is kind of true deep down, but you don't realise it, feel it until you are a parent. But like, when you were growing up as a wee nipper, you don't realise when you're looking at your parents, you're looking at them growing up too. Like, they're figuring out life as you are. So it's like you look at them with your little beady eyes, you look up like, mummy, daddy, all that sort of stuff. And you don't realise that they're young and they're like looking at you like, okay, I've got to make sure they stay alive. Hello, Prehistoric Hero. The British Frog says, I'd love to be a parent at some point, my one true goal in life. Oh man, it's awesome. But you really have to like be okay with the role, the commitment. It gives you some true meaning. And then you realise like why so many people have kids. When you truly want to have kids and then you have one, your first one, you look at them and you're like, oh, I get it. I totally get it. And I remember when I was younger, I heard people say stuff like that and I was like, oh yeah, I know what you're saying, but you really don't until you actually go through it. It's almost like when you talk to people who go to war and they talk to people who like long to go to war, and then it's like, yeah, you don't know what it's like until you're there. That's what having kids is like. It's like going to war. A war with a war with your miniature self. Twisty Slap says, I have a cat. Is that close enough to parenting? Absolutely not. And don't get me wrong, I like cats. I grew up with... I've had many cats in my life. But no. No. It's not the same. Skinny Devil Lord says I breed shrimp and sell them. I guess that counts. Oh yeah, I breed kids and I sell them. That was a joke. The British Frog says, I've got 7 cats, 4 dogs, and a tortoise. Does that count for anything? Counts as responsibility, but not the same as having kids. Why does everyone have like a million pets, says Twisty Slab? I used to have a million pets, but I don't have any now. My mum has like dogs and my sister has a dog and other family members have dogs and cats and stuff, but we don't have anything. Used to have my lizard and then it passed away after 32 years or something like that. Little leopard gecko, and then I was done. Might get a cat when we're older. When the family's grown up a bit. Why not a dog? Because dogs are just... I don't know. I love dogs, but not for our family. Big Shot says, alright, got time. By the way, had no context, you breed and sell children. Okay, so I'm going to need the background now. Actually, because we're kind of facing this way, I'm just going to use the background from here. Let's save my progress. Hello Alex, nice background music. Thank you. Mikey says, was the original Jurassic Park book or the Lost World where the biosynthesis wanted to make small dinosaurs to market as pets? I remember Dodson suggesting the possibility. I think it was the Lost World, right? I don't have it on hand right now to actually confirm, but I think it was the Lost World. I might be wrong though. No, don't want that bit. Ah, this. Right, so now I'm going to blur these because they're in the foreground. Actually, not before I remove the outer edge. Oh, you know what? Actually, I will put an inner shadow. First, I'm going to delete some of this. Who's the first villain? Yeah, definitely Dodson in terms of chronological order. There we go. I did all that work on those plants, then I've just moved them off screen, but hey ho, that's the way it goes. Yeah, alright. Alright, save that. Prehistoric Hero says, I wonder if your series is criticised for stereotyping animals based on their diet, carnivores being bloodthirsty and vicious, or herbivores being gentle and helpless. I mean, if someone wants to label that Dino-Defenders, they can. Look. Let's just say the dinosaurs in this series are... I'll give you guys a little spoiler, okay? Name another dinosaur series where you have a dinosaur that preys. Like literally preys. I'm not going to give you any more context than that. I'll wet your whistle for the next 3 years until this episode's done. Maybe Dinotopia, but they have like talking dinosaurs and dinosaurs that do math and God knows what else. No, Dino Man's all praise, like praise. We're talking about the dinosaurs in this. Any updates on episode 5, asked Alec? I just gave you one. And you're literally watching the most up-to-date update from episode 5 as I paint. Like this is as up-to-date as you can get. Okay, I think that's enough for that background. Maybe I will add a little shadow under this. Thank you, Electric Dino 75. We're going to see some gore. There might be a little bit of something in here. Sweet. Alright, convert to smart object. Mikey says, I like the idea of the Megaraptor praying. Was it taught? Does it know what it's doing or just copying? Well, you'll have to wait and see. Right, speaking of the Megaraptor, we need to draw it. So, I need to find a scene. Where is it? Perfect. This one. Just so I can grab this color palette. Crash says he's praying that y'all stay in school and eat meat and veg. Y'all. I remember when y'all was like a phrase that sort of people from Middle America would say, and then it's sort of been culturally appropriated by the internet. Now everyone speaks like a damn beatnik. There's that bit in what is it? Fievel Goes West, the Don Bluth film. Oh no, it's not Don Bluth. I think he produced it. And there's the John Cleese's character, the cat, the evil cat, and he's like, y'all, y'all. Well, he's like, he's got the mouse. He's pretending to be a puppet from like the Old West. He's like, got a new home for all you mice, y'all. Twisty Slap says, Jack, a weird suggestion, but you should add a Triceratops. Nope. No sort of quote-unquote classic dinosaurs in this series. I'm suspicious of anyone who uses y'all, unironically. Tells me that they're of a certain mindset and that I should avoid them. I should block them on Twitter. Even if we're from the south. No, if you're from the place that y'all was first used, then that's fine. I'll be cautious until I find out that information. But I see too many bloody sensitive nutcases on Twitter using y'all, and I'm like, you guys are complaining about cultural appropriation, and then you're using y'all. You're gonna piss off Krask. So come on, don't use the word. Y'all? Big Shark says, Jack, what do you expect? A lot of degenerates. That was a bloody loud motorbike. What do you expect? A lot of degenerates in the world. You literally talk to them all the time. I know I'm talking to one now. Hey! Prehistoric here says, dinosaurs killing people isn't fun and cool. Change my mind. No. I'm painting. That's Big Shark to y'all. Will we ever see a fully grown Proceratosaurus? I know there's one in the series, says Scorpius. No. You'll only see that one as a little young one. And this is why this series is going to take, or this episode is going to take absolutely ages to finish, because I've got to do all the frames. Maybe I shouldn't have done the orange lines. First, but whatever. You're going to see this frame for like a split second as it moves in amongst all the other frames. Games and Toys and TV says, you may not want to spoil this, but will there be any Dino on Dino fighting in episode 5? Yes. Yeah. Hello, Hot Creamy Fart. Scorpio says, what niches do each of the dinosaurs on the island fill? Well, obviously I don't know, Megaraptor is like the interesting, weird one. The Megalosaurus are like the big tanks. Tanastropheus are like the small but deadly.
I'm sorry I won't be here to see it, but I don't want you
Proceratosaurus is like cute,
to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance.
but I wouldn't want to mess with it. And the herbivores are the herbivores, which may play a role later on. And the Dimetrodon exploited. Stool says, did you guys know that people are giving names to the prehistoric planet creatures even though they don't have any sort of names in it? I don't care. If they want to call a Velociraptor in prehistoric planet Paul or Sphincter Face, Butthole Breath, if they want to call it that, they can if they want. I don't give a shit. Okay. How big is the Megaraptor? It looks T-Rex sized. It is pretty big. Actually, if you want to know, let's settle this. You ready? Here you go. This will answer the question. Look. There's Wesley. This is how big the dinosaurs are. So if I take Wesley and paste him here. There you go. That's how big it is. Hello. There you go. I didn't want to have like too many massive dinosaurs. Like even the Camarasaurus is big, but it's not like the size of like the Brachiosaurus or anything in Jurassic Park. And you know what, actually? That's better. Right, let's add colour to this then. Oh, I've got some plans for Rose in episode 5. So what's funny is I know I'm going to have to paint this Megaraptor like an extra 30 plus times in this frame. So don't expect to see this frame finished tonight. I like you pick different dinosaurs. Yeah, I mean, you got to remember as well, at the time I started making this series, like, dinosaur media was sort of mostly just taken up by Jurassic World, and there was no, like, Camp Cretaceous or anything like that nonsense, or Prehistoric Planet, so I was picking species that I thought, you know, people, you know, haven't really seen in action much, and so that was the logic. And then, like, Mattel comes out with their toy line that has, like, Megaraptor, Tanistropheus, all that, and I was like, oh, come on. But sticking to my guns. You'll have to check out my Twitter, Scorpius, and search for Dino-Defenders size chart. Or just look up the hashtag Dino-Defenders Extreme, because I think I posted that size chart to Twitter online and in my Discord. So you can actually have access to it in full. I don't know why I always leave this stupid line like that, but it does. Okay, we're just going to add the eye. Prehistoric Heroes asks, Jack, what do you think if there will be fan arts of Dino-Defenders Extreme? There's already a fair bit out there, actually, of fan art. I've got a thread in my Discord that has got some in it. There's a fair bit of Dino-Defenders Extreme fan art out there already. I'm always welcome for more, though. One of the things I'm looking forward to, obviously finishing this series, I'm looking forward to, and getting the big final movie out once I glue all the episodes together and potentially add some extra scenes, is the merchandising. So I want to make some like stickers, maybe some t-shirts, and really push the marketing boat out for this series once it's done, once the story is complete. I've always said Dino-Defenders is meant to be a kind of animated storyboard for a movie, animated movie or mini-series, and so just a really elaborate one. So it'd be kind of cool to, you know, wishful thinking, find some funding to actually hire some 3D animators to turn it into a full-on proper thing. But we'll see what happens with it. I doubt that will happen. So at least we'll have this. That's the whole point of doing it like this. Right, now I need to make a new layer, and it's going to be for the blue. Skinny Devil also says, ask Marco Makes to do Dino-Defenders Extreme Rubbosauruses. I want one. Maybe. That's if he's okay working with a bigot! A climate change denying bigot! Does he want to be associated with a problematic person? That was really funny the other day when I listed like all these opinions that I've posted out on Twitter that have got me into some sort of heat with these little nutcases. And they were like, I consider Buck to be in JP free. I don't think the future is as bad as people are saying it's going to be. And that I can see metaphorical things in these movies, whether the filmmakers intended it or not. And they just went nuts. Oh, I've just noticed a little mistake. That his knee doesn't go back there, so I need to... No, there we go. How dare you think for yourself, Jack, says Krask. Well, I'm always trying to just push the boundaries, see what I can think of next. It's like I don't want to blow my own trumpet too much, but like watching Dominion today, I noticed, and this was something I didn't pick up on until today, but like I noticed that Franklin, and I did put a tweet out about this, he said like the CIA hired a bunch of us after the park failed, and it was the word us. It was like I was like, oh yeah, we wrote that he worked at the park on the DPG, and that was something we talked to Colin about and confirmed. We were like, can we write that he worked at the park? And they were like, I think they may have planned that already that he did, but they didn't have any line of dialogue in the movie confirming it. So it was just nice to see some actual confirmation in Dominion that Franklin Webb did work at Jurassic World. Just by the fact that he was using the word us, like they hired a bunch of us after the park fell. It's like he's including himself in the Jurassic World family. And I don't think there's, you know, that's where my mind goes. I'm like, the use of the word us is very specific. Scorpio says, I keep forgetting that Jarl worked with Colin. Mm-hmm. That I did. Okay. So that will go under this frame like that. Not bad. Right, save. Now we're going to do the next one. Oh, God, my bum's gone completely numb. And I'm getting a bit chilly. I'm going to put on this massive, thick jumper that I've got. Oh, there to my headphones off. Oh, and I've just remembered I've got my strawberry jam tart to eat. That's like Ace Ventura. Hello, Sicky T. You came just at the right time. Right, so we want M2. I might need to do some frames before this one of maybe its hands over the sides. And I've just realised something actually. That the... Oh my good God, what happened there? I think this needs to look more like it's going down. I can fix it in a bit properly, but okay. I know what shadows. That's better. That looks much better. Right, let's get on to number 2. Scorpio says, Jack, was adding 2 mega dinosaurs intentional? Hell yes it was. You know, I'm going to start with the legs. I'll drive the frame forward. What size did I have the 6 pixels? Is that? Krask says episode 5 Rose becomes Mega Rose, thus creating the Mega Trifecta. Oh man, that's such a good idea. So I was thinking of actually, you know how like the characters in their little speech boxes have their like names? I've been thinking for episode 5 that I would have Rose be Mutant Rose. Like it would come up, it would just say Mutant Rose whenever she talks. But maybe it should say Mega Rose. Because that would be kind of funny, wouldn't it? She has utilised some of the Megaraptor's DNA to enhance herself. Or mutate herself, should I say. Mega Rose. Mega Rose. Although actually I need to emphasise the mutantness, so probably will stick as Mutant Rose. You know what, I might actually cheat a little bit here. Because I don't really need to dramatically change the head all too much. For this second one. All I really need to do is just widen the mouth a little bit. And bring the eye forward. Sicky T says, I love Mutant Rose, what a good twist. Yeah, boy. Gary says, is Mia going to be talking in rhymes in a religious ceremony-like tone after bathing in those golden waters? Now she's going to suck off Jess's fingers for 24 minutes. What? No, Mia will kind of talk normally. Perfect. Perfecto. What's the program you're using for this, Skinny Devil Lord? It's just Photoshop. 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 Big Shark says, I'm going to try and make a YouTube poop out of Dino-Defenders Extreme. Yeah, go on, just ruin it. You'll make a video like that, it'll get more popular than the show itself. Because kids love farts. Games and Toys TV says, can you give us any clues about how the Megaraptor will die or gets defeated? It doesn't. There you go, there's your spoiler. I'm going to eat my, and I won't slurp on stream, strawberry tart. Because, look at that. Yeah, boy. My wife came back from doing the shop and was like, I bought you a strawberry tart. I was like, oh, alright. Lovely. I'm not going to complain. Although, mess up. No, I can't do this with one hand. I have to enjoy my strawberry tart. Sicky T says Jurassic is full of toilet gags when you think about it. Jurassic is one big toilet gag. It's all about how Hammond took one massive shit on humankind. Well, I need to get this right. I've got to do it quick. Gotta do it quick. There you go. Okay, so I was just working out the movements in my head of where I want it to go. He opened Pandora's ass. Yeah, exactly. I own a toilet off the coast of Costa Rica. I leased it from the government and spent the last 4 or 5 years setting up a kind of Biological preserve. Really spectacular. Smells so bad. Isn't that a Family Guy joke? Executive toilet. Where he goes off on the helicopter to the island. It's just a toilet out in the middle of the jungle. Gaming Toys TV says, I mean, that's pretty refreshing considering that Jurassic World always kills off the villain dinosaurs. How do you know I'm telling the truth? I could just be yanking your chain. Oh, what? I did the blue line on the last one? Okay. Alright, here we go again with the colour. You have dysentery, Alan Grant. We have dysentery. You bunch of jokers, you. I really hate that sphincter. Malcolm's just puckering his toothless sage right at the camera in the tour car. Dennis, our toilet's in your hands and you have butterfingers? I'm totally unappreciative of my time. You know, you go around this whole toilet with minimal staff for up to 3 days. Think that kind of wipage is easy? Or cheap? You know how many asses I've had to wipe and how many toilets I've had to declog? What I bid for this job? I'm losing it. Wow, how old is this megalosaurus? This megaraptor? Not very old. You know, I actually don't even think I've thought about like the ages of the dinosaurs. Like maybe it's like 3 years old, 2-3 years old. I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can. I'm going to blur the hands anyway because it's going to be moving. Alright, now we need to add the blue. Blue. See you later, Prehistoric Hero. Thank you for coming by. Much appreciated. Gary says the delegation agrees that the sentence is to chained up by the wrists in the middle of your cell, your flesh torn out by the What are you talking about? I can't even say that word. What is that? Foracids? Chids? Terror birds. Oh, okay. Why is Scorpius getting punished? In the chat. Why is he being punished? What's he done? Sicky T says I've got some terror birds in this video I'm making. Ah, I bet there's some chickens, right? Some chickadees. He simped for the Mega Raptor. How does one simp for the Mega Raptor? What does that entail? Sicky T says if I pull it off it'll be the most upsetting thing that I've made. Awesome. That's what I like to hear. Twisty, oh no, not Twisty. Sorry, Scorpius says fire's bright, ain't it? Dude, I'm a dino attracted to bright colours. You're like a caveman. You can't stop staring at the bright colours of the flame, the orange flame. You've returned to your primitive, primordial simian mind. Hey! Right, so what I'm going to do is blur the hands. So I went into this stream with the mindset of that I want to just try and do as much as possible. Sometimes I go on like big tangents. And really, I actually want to try and get some work done on this. Okay, so we've got raise its head up a little bit more and put it more side view on. The Nosferatu fingers. Scorpio says, Jack, quick question. If dinosaurs are related to birds and the male birds are brightly coloured, does that mean I'm simping for a male critter? Male critter. The Mega Raptor, if you watch episode 3 of Dino-Defenders, I confirm the gender in that episode. So I'm not even going to tell you. You can go be a good little boy and go watch it. See you later, Big Shark. Thanks for coming by. I just saw Krask's message, Boss Ferratu. You know what, actually, I'm just going to do the same shape for this. I mean, the next frame, it'll probably be like flat on the side. The head. Oh, my bloomin' bum. Keep leaning on this like bone in my back. A bit too much detail maybe, but whatever. Just sit up and release the tension in my back. Get more support cushion, you'll get piles. Yeah, I've got to watch out for them piles. I haven't thought about piles in years. I've never had them, but like, just... The human body is weird, isn't it? Stinging little ass grapes. Imagine if someone just like had never been to this channel before ever, and they just go, "Oh look, he's live," and then they tune in, and the first thing they hear is stinging little ass grapes. I'm talking about piles. Skinny Devil Lord says, if a Jurassic actor would play a different character in a future Jurassic movie, would you consider it canon? Just wondering, since Toho reused the same actors for different roles in the Showa series. It'd be... I think it would suck. But I guess it depends on how good the film is. And how much of a different role they convince me that they can be a different character. Dilo Shy Animation says hi. How are you doing? Pardon me. Well, I'm good, Dilo Shy. Thank you for asking. Did I just say arsing? Asking. Oop, wrong way. Hello, the Dinosaur Man. Welcome. Krask says, watch out, according to Twit Snobs, Dinosaur Man is the problem with Jurassic. Oh yeah, he's another problematic personality in the Jurassic fandom. Watch out, he has opinions. Careful, he might actually convince you the Jurassic World movies are good. He's another bigot like me. Don't listen to him. He's a free thinker. Skinny Devil Lord says, Dinosaur Man, absolutely loved your Raptor video. Yeah, man. I watched that earlier today. Banging video. It's the type of content I like to see. You know, one of the aspects of Dino-Defenders that I committed to when making this series is I'm trying to like draw as much. I know I've like on this very stream copied and pasted the head for the second frame, but like a lot of it is I'm just trying to see how much I can paint from like memory. Like I could look up like the anatomical correct shape for the Megaraptor, for example, or something like that. Like absolutely get it spot on to the latest paleo accurate design, or you know, whatever. But part of me really just likes the idea of just painting a dinosaur and just seeing how from memory without any other guidance, like how close can I get it? You know what? We'll just have one little. Oh no, actually, maybe a little hint of another nostril. Little hint over there of another nostril. There it is.
This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it, but I don't want you to be sad.
Right, time for the colour again.
That none of us have ever had a chance to be here at all.
Start with the mouth. Dino Shy Animations asks, do you tween frames? What do you mean by tween frames? Dino Chosen says, oh, hell no, this one is way more cooler than accurate. I mean, like, just in like the leg shape, the feet sizes, all that sort of stuff. Not necessarily like exactly accurate, but I'm just talking about like the body proportions. I did say paleo accurate, didn't I? So, my bad. Like the idea that its tongue is like completely sat in its inside its mouth. Oh, tweening frames is where the software will put frames in between each frame so you don't have to draw as much. No. Kind of like stop motion, I draw every single frame bit by bit. Stop motion is so freaking tedious, says Dilo Shy. Yes, but at least with stop motion, once you have your model made and all the different like facial expressions and all that sort of stuff, you have it there. With this, I'm painting each. It's like I'm creating the model from scratch each time. Crass says, imagine the animators working on the original Fantasia. No tweening going on at all. Yeah, that's like, even though I'm painting digitally, except for like the watercolor backgrounds, that kind of animation that I'm trying to like emulate with this, the way I'm painting this whole series. You know, the idea is like, imagine if I am painting this on paper and I'm using ink to like color in each frame. What's your favourite dinosaur? Also, have you ever thought of putting Dilophosaurus into the series? I thought of Dilophosaurus in the very early days, but then I opted out because of Jurassic. I was like, I'm not putting that in there. It'll get compared too much to Jurassic. I was actually thinking of putting like a big, full adult one in. But then I couldn't be bothered. My favourite dinosaur is... Today, because I have two. I have Tyrannosaurus Rex and Baryonyx. And today my favourite dinosaur is Tyrannosaurus Rex. And I flip between those two, depending on which mood I'm in. The reason and how the logic works? There's no logic. It's just me goofy answer. That is why on old Dino Tracker for Dominion's marketing, I filmed the Baryonyx video in my hometown with my family, and then I starred in the T-Rex video with Sam. I was like, I have to be in those two videos alongside those two dinosaurs, or at least have some part of myself relating to those dinosaurs. I did say to my wife the other day that we're talking about like timing and life and all that sort of stuff, and I was saying that my goal, I don't know if I can get there, is to get episode 5 finished, at least all the frames finished, it edited and sent off to Pilnan for the music, or Luke should I say, his nickname's Pilnan. If he's up for doing it, before Christmas 2023. That's my goal. Whether I actually get there is a whole different kettle of fish, because it's almost June. Well, we're halfway through May. Yeah, on the road to June really, and it's like only 6 months. It's like, I don't think that's gonna happen, but that was my goal. I was talking the other day. I was talking about. I don't know why this track on this royalty-free drum and bass playlist is reminding me of like a PlayStation 1 menu screen. Like Assault Rigs or something. Anyone used to play Assault Rigs knows what I'm talking about? I don't know, that had really crappy music, didn't it? It went whoa, I used it in one of the Pterodome episodes, actually. Sicky T says it'll be something for us to look forward to under the Christmas tree with a little cute face. Well, that's all dependent on if the music gets done and it's all finished by Christmas. I just wanted to get the frames done by Christmas and edit the episode together and then send it off for the music. The music usually takes a month or 2 to do, because there'll be a draft, he'll send it back, I usually have notes, then we have a call and we go through it and I say what I like, what I don't like, then we compromise on some things. He'll tell me I'm an asshole, then I say I'm an asshole, and then he says you're being problematic again, Jack, and then I say I'm a bigot. And then after all that, the score gets done. See you later, Dilo Shy. Thank you very much for coming by. Nice to speak to you. Dinosaur Man says, a Christmas present from Jack. No! Stop convincing yourself that it's a Christmas present coming, because you're going to be disappointed. Jack's going to bring you a big old bag of coal. It just says Dino-Defenders episode 5 on the bag. Don't convince yourself it's coming. Knifehead is huge. I mean, it would be absolutely amazing to have episode 5 done by Christmas. You'd have to take some miracle. The only way that would ever get done is if I became rich. Not even crazy rich, just rich enough so I could spend 24 hours every single day for the next 6 months on it. Then it would get done. Let's just quicker if I do that. I did say this on Twitter, but like when I reach 500 followers on Twitter, I become eligible for their subscription thing that they've just started. And once that happens, I'm going to leave Patreon. I'm going to close up shop on Patreon because I've kind of neglected that. And it's not really a social media thing, so people don't really interact. I really appreciate all the remaining people who are still funding Dino-Defenders through that Patreon and getting their credits on it. But I was thinking of moving it over to Twitter to a subscription-based thing, and then do my updates there because it's much more convenient, and still give people the perks of being in the credits and stuff for funding. But you have to have like 500 followers to be eligible for that. Sicky T says, here's a compromise then. Maybe not Xmas, but your birthday then. Oh yeah, the day before Christmas. Yeah, great compromise. I'm in. Gary Fife says my birthday is 2 days after Christmas. Well, look at us, look. Who knew? Put all that detail in there, and now I'm just going to blur it up. There we go, got another one done. That's good. to open up the... Not that one. This one. It's got a much slinkier neck here than how I'm drawing it here, but that happens. You ever pause like a Disney movie or something, like the old 2D ones, like on a random frame when they're all moving? It can bode for some hilarious results. Sicky T says, being born on Christmas Eve makes you almost the Messiah. Very cool. Oh, speaking of which, look at this. I did a tweet about this, but I bought this at a car boot the other day. Check out the size of this Bible. Look at that. That is like something that want to blow all the dust off it. And it's from, God, it's heavy. 1870. Oh God, the mic. 1874. It says there, and it's freaking massive. God, it smells awesome. And apparently, it's from Scotland, I think, somewhere. You can see all this like gold lining on the back. God, proper old book. God. Weighs a ton. What year is Dino-Defenders set in, us? Twisty Slap. I don't have a year. Yeah, I decided not to like... I went the alien route, basically. You know, I know there's people out there in the alien fandom who will know the year that the original Alien is set in, but when I was a kid, it was just set off in the future, right? And they didn't even mention the year at all. I think it might be somewhere in some background prop or something, but it didn't matter to the story what year it was. And it didn't even matter that it was like even set in our reality, because I mean, obviously it's not, it's fiction, but you know what I mean, like our reality in the future, because the tech was so lo-fi even by the mid-90s that like stuff like that didn't matter. So I've gone into like Dino-Defenders with the same sort of mentality of like none of that matters. That's why Rose has like this big box computer on her desk, but then a character has a sort of mobile phone looking device. Is it Turner has it on his desk? Just a random mix of tech. Because why the hell not? Try and get a bit more of that slinky neck. T says it feels like it could fall anywhere from 90s to the near future. Dino-Defenders, I mean. Yeah, and like, I'm also influenced by things like Thunderbirds that obviously were made in the 60s, has a very 60s feeling to it, but it's like in some weird future. If it's the future, I don't know, it could even be the 60s, because like the cars are really old school still, or like a lot of them are. And they all have this like weird tech. Just things like that I grew up with, where I'm like, you know, those sort of details, ironically coming from me, someone who loves, with the Jurassic franchise, adding details in and connecting dots and stuff. But that's Jurassic. When it comes to Dino-Defenders, I'm like, fuck it. Hot Creamy Fart asks, when are you going to start the Thunderbirds deep lore videos? Maybe one day. Maybe when Dino-Defenders is all said and done, I can get into my Jerry Anderson phase. Been rewatching the Thunderbirds with my daughter. I was going to do a video the other day where I just watched Attack of the Alligators. Because that's sort of somewhat dinosaur related, isn't it? It's got giant crocodiles in it. Or giant alligators, sorry. I'm just going to do kind of like what I did with Piranha 2. And for those of you in the UK might not know this, but I've got a video on my channel that you can only see if you're in, I think, in America and Canada, where I watched Piranha 2 The Spawning, and I just have like the film on screen, clips of the film. It was obviously totally demonetized, but I just wanted to do a video where I just watched a movie. And it's not the whole film, I like cut it up. But only those in America can watch it because it got blocked in most countries. But I just thought, fuck it. Just did it. And I was going to do that with Thunderbirds the other day. For Attack of the Alligators. That episode. And I may still get around to doing that. Scorpio says, I hope Matt Pat makes a lore video on your series. Who's Matt Pat? And yes, I would like him to do it too. As long as he's not a problematic person who has opinions. As long as he's just an NPC. long as he says the preordained government-issued opinions, then he can do a lore video on my series. He makes Friday Night at Freddy's. Friday Night at Freddy's, is that what that acronym is? Videos. Squeezes the lore out of it. See you later, Scorpius. Thank you for coming by. Well, it sounds to me, the more I'm hearing about this MatPat person, they will not cover Dino-Defenders. They're a huge YouTuber. The closest I've got to like a big YouTuber covering Dino-Defenders is, I think, the Gaming Beaver in a live stream. I gave him a tip and told him to check out something, and he did. And obviously I've got like articles written from people in the Jurassic fandom when episode 1 was still being made. But no one's ever like gone out of their way to make a big video or anything. A little bit of a more bulge at the bottom of this foot as the weight goes on it. Twisty Slap says, I'm watching Dominion's final fight right now. I've got to say, Giga is kind of weak. He bodies a Rex, but not a chicken. Damn. Well, the chicken's got these giant claws at the front of it, and it's doing this. So you can't exactly run in. I think once I've got this frame done, I will call it quits for tonight, because my eyes are starting to get very heavy. I've been staring at this screen too long, and the lights are getting too bright. Plus I've got to get up tomorrow relatively early. Go see my accountant to sort my taxes out. Woohoo! Yeah, that's right. This guy has responsibilities. And I love it. Take on more responsibility, life gets more easier. Yeah, that's right. You heard it here first. Don't know why I said it like that. The more responsibility you take on, the easier life becomes. Just keep piling it on. And life has a funny way of working out. See you later, Sicky T. Good night. What's going on here? That's not the toothy peg colour. That's the toothy peg colour. Very good. How smart is the Dinosaurs in Dominion? I don't know. I don't know. Pretty dumb. Pretty dumb. Hello, Mike Thumb. What are you still doing up? I am painting a little dinosaur. Talking about how easy stop motion is compared to this. Stop motion, you know, you build your model, you've got it made, and then you can animate it. Whereas this, it's like I'm building the model every single frame. So you've got a really, really easy job, Mike. I don't want to hear any complaining from you ever about your profession. Okay? You don't know what it's like here in the trenches of Dino-Defenders Extreme. You just coax along with your really easy work. You don't have to worry about the scale of your creation changing. Keeping the look down. I've got to envision what this thing looks like in 3D in my head and try and get it down in 2D. Nah, I'm just for clarity, I'm totally taking the piss. Like, I know how hard stop motion is. I've done it before. Especially if you muck up a frame and you're deep into the animation. You can't just click Control Z like I can. Mike Thong says, haha, is this what you have to put now in your streams? You have to clarify when you're pulling someone's leg or not. Oh no, I just wanted to be nice to you. Most people don't get that privilege. I leave them guessing. I am a problematic person though. Apparently. Oh god. Hitting the wall, hitting the wall. I'm close to finishing this frame and then I'll be off to bed. Skinny Devil also said once I had to redo an entire stop motion take because the upper half of my custom 94 Godzilla fell off while moving it. Yeah man, that sucks. I've been there. Dinosaur Man says, honestly the funniest controversy of yours, was how you said the T-Rex smells of piss and that got people mad. Yeah, I'm right. Hey, don't blame me. Blame Crichton. He was the one who described his breath stinking like urine. They just didn't like that I said Rexy smells of piss and I kept saying it. Rexy stinks of piss. It's true. And then got Owen going, oh, she stinks in the movie. It's like... There's the problem, these kids, they call these dinosaurs cute names and they forget that they're horrible, smelly monsters. Yeah, you heard me. I said monsters, I didn't say animals. If you were trapped with a T-Rex that's trying to eat you, you would want that thing dead. You'd think of it as a monster. You'd be like, kill this thing. It's horrible. Murder it. Take its piss-smelling ass and send it to hell. That's what you'd be thinking. Alright, getting there, getting there, getting there. This foot will be blurry, so I'm not too fussed on getting this exactly right. That'll do. Just some blobs. Some blobby blobbies. Some Mr. Blobbies. Mike Farm says, wait for the 40th anniversary of Jurassic Park. Jurassic Park Scratch and Sniff interactive experience. Yeah, smell the smelly piss breath of Rexy. Especially when she comes and sniffs Grant. That's why I might have to call this stream. I might have to call this stream Rexy Stinks of Piss. Thaxorian says, yay, I'm here. I'm having a wonderful time. Well, hello and welcome. I'm glad you're having a wonderful time. Me too. A bit tired. We're getting very close to the end of this stream though, because once I finish this frame, I'm going to pack up shop for the night and go get some sleep. How's the Megaraptor? Doing good. Okay, done that, done that, done that. And then we need a new layer to get the blue. Krask says, been a good stream, Jack. Wish I could stick around till the very end, but life is calling. Good luck on Father Life and everything else. Well, thank you very much, man. Thank you for hanging out in my Discord and coming to these streams and being just a genuinely awesome person. Thank you. From the sincerest bottom of my heart. Thank you, my boy. Thank you. Mike Farm says, I'll stay until the end. I've not long got home from work, so I still need to eat and relax before bed. Nice. I'd say we've done quite a fair bit in this stream. It's been good. Saxorian says, would Cleaver or Maul be a fitting name for the Megaraptor? I think the fitting name for the Megaraptor would be Megaraptor. Megaraptor is the cool name. I think I like the name Megaraptor. Whoever came up with that name, I think I'm going to go with that. I don't know why this track in the background right now is just reminding me of Big Trouble in Little China. Don't know why. What to do with that? Do 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 do. Right. Getting there. We get the big old brush out, or bigger brush out, should I say? There we go. Now we just need to blur the foot. Oh. You know what? I'll blur the hands at the same time as well. Kill two birds with one stone, or one Megaraptor, and a bit of the tail. Why not? Right. Blur. Motion blur. And then I will see you later, Skinny Devil Lord. Thank you very much for coming by. Always nice to chat to you, my man. I do miss your like sort of 4K pictures that you used to upload to Instagram. I don't know if you still do that, but I left Instagram, didn't I? So I miss out on that if you still do it. But stay cool. Right, there we go. So yeah, trying to do this. Ooh. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Anyway, right, I'm going to leave the stream there. Thank you guys for coming along. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. And I will see you guys in the near future. I'm hoping to stream a bit more. I've been relaxing on the streaming quite a bit, but I need to do this more often because it's so much fun. Anyway, guys, I will see you very soon. Where's the ending? Here we go. Bye.